For these type of beats, you want to start with the melody because it's the foundation of the beat. And the foundation of the melody is the chords. So start the melody with the chords. The main chords you're going to want to be using is the 1, 6 and 7 chords, which give it that emotional feel. These are what it sounds like. Oof. The thing though that will source up your chords is the rhythm that they're played in. Make sure you play around with that and just make more unique patterns. This is what I came up with. Okay, something to notice here, or two things to notice here, is that the rhythm is very repetitive, so it will get stuck in a listener's head very easily because repetition actually makes it get stuck in your head. But also it feels like it's moving because I added the middle notes on top of the second repetition, so it feels like something else is happening. In terms of effects, I added some reverb and some panning and stereo separation. That's all you need. It just makes it wider and makes it more spacious in your ears and just better in general. Then I just added a counter melody to the chords. And they just follow the chords and make it sound more interesting and act that I want to sound more in your face. The next thing I added was some ambience with my ukulele. I just followed the chords just to give it more punch and just some more ambience in the background. This is what they sound like. Pretty simple, just follows the chords, and I just added some reverb and delay to that just to push it in the background. And then I added some more high-end ambient just to add some more sprinkles, salt or whatever you want to call it, to the melody, just to complete it more. This is what it sounds like. I added effects to this, just some more reverb. Rings Around the World preset from Valhalla Supermassive is basically like a really delayed delay. Pretty wavy, just makes it more unique. And this is what the melody sounds like altogether. And then once you're done with the melody, you want to move straight to the drums. Okay, the drums, you want to keep them super simple but super bouncy. Okay, so let's start with a clap pattern. Just place it on the third beat of the bar. Sounds like this. Where it basically just keeps the time. Then add some hi-hat. Just keep them simple and bouncy. So if you notice here, I took out the second hi-hat and I took out the one right after the clap just to add that bounce and just get your head moving. I also put down the velocity of every other hi-hat just to again get your head bopping, because now you get the timing. So listen again. Now you've got the timing to bop your head to. And I just added this little fill at the end just to sauce it up a little bit. Next thing you want to do is add some snares. I keep these super spacious, but then add a little fill at the end. So it's more unique, but not distracting to the artist, because it's at the end of the bar, you know, and it's just always in the same place, so they know to expect it, but it doesn't get it really in the way of anything that they're saying. Then added a hi-hat loop from my MIDI kit. I just add loops because, you know, you can get good sounding patterns but with like no effort or previous effort, but then adding it back in now and it just pays off all the time. It's just way easier to use, so if you want to get that, then link in description. With that, it sounds like this. So I like to add all my percussion first before I add the 808. So I know what bounce to use, if you know what I mean. Because I feel like the 808 needs to work with the percussions. And if you add them before, then you know where there's space for the 808. For the 808, you just want to follow the root notes of the chords that you use. Just copy and paste them or use your ears, whichever one you're best at. Mine sounds like this. Just something to note is I took down the notes of the double hit just to add more bounce, because if they were slamming too loud, it just wouldn't sound as effective. With the kicks, just accent the 808 and don't copy it, because it just adds more bounce if it's slightly different, but just accents where you want the 808 to hit harder. So yeah, that's the drum pattern. Altogether, a beat will sound like this.